Hey and welcome back to another video. In this video I have 4 CEX lotteries to go through. And the reason I'm doing this one in quick succession from my last video is this is a parcel from CEX, a PlayStation 1 game, again in nothing but an envelope. But I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. In there I can hear plastic rattling. I can feel that there's no padding at all in there. So before I get to it, I just want to have a little discussion and ask on other people's opinions and thoughts about CEX as a whole. I understand their staff are basically paid minimum wage and they're not specialist trained in games per se. I think with this selling all sorts of stuff, games is not a forte. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm sick of issue after issue with CEX. My issues and my experiences since I've started using them have been that £120 Tombi 2 that turned up in awful condition. For that, a game of that value, that should never have happened. I ordered Crash Team Racing, the Black Label edition with manual. 3 times they sent me the game as a platinum version. So every time they sent it me, I took it back. I got a refund. Then I ordered it again. Sent me a platinum again. It's really not hard to read. And I know that on CEX now they have a different, the definition now. They have with manual, without manual, platinum version with manual or without manual. So I don't understand how that error could have happened unless it's just sheer stupidity or just not reading. I don't know. And then the Overblood situation I had very recently is another one where they sent the wrong game. Again, I had to drive where I live. My nearest CEX is in Penzance. So that's a good half an hour, 40-minute drive. That's just that way. So then obviously I've got the return leg. And every time I've had these issues and I've had to take them back, yes, don't get me wrong, the staff have been great in the sense that they've sorted it out and it's not really been that big of a deal getting my money back. But my main issue is just the fact that every time I have to make this journey, that's fuel, then there's car parking, and then it's just time out of my day that I'm having to go back and take this stuff back. They don't offer any sort of, oh, we're sorry about that, sir. Here's a 10% off your next purchase. Here's £1 off. Here's £2 off. You know, they don't offer nothing like that. And every time I use an independent store, I get what I'm paying for and I get to see it and I know what it is. And I guess it's, again, these people are trained in that sense. So they know what they're doing. It's an independent store, it's their livelihood. So they're bound to know more. But every time I have had an issue at independent stores, which has not been very often, they've always been more than accommodating to offer me a bit of money off or, you know, a bit of a deal with multi-buys. Like, I don't know, instead of saying 2 £10 games, I've got them for 15 or 16 quid or something. So I'm saving a bit of money. But it's not about the money saving, it's about the loyalty. I have spent thousands of pounds at CEX throughout the years and they don't offer nothing. And the amount of times I've had to go back to sort an issue out, whether it be a game in crap condition or it's not been the right thing, they've not, other than an apology, they've not offered me anything. And I get it. They're a franchise, whatever. But there's just no customer loyalty in those places. I mean, hell, even Tesco and Asda, they have their card system where you use them more often, you get money off. Why don't CEX do something like that, you know, in the sense that they offer just something? If they make a mistake, they should just own it and go, yeah, we're sorry. Here's 10% off your next purchase as a way to say sorry. I mean, I recently ordered a book online from Waterstones. Because they didn't have it in stock and they weren't able to supply it to me within 60 days, they gave me my money back, and then they gave me a £5 voucher for another future purchase, which I'll probably never use, but it's the fact that at least they've done something. I mean, CEX, in my mind, they have their place. And I feel lately the standards or the quality control has slipped. I mean, yeah, I got my most recent game, I got that sorted out. And then the game that I actually ordered, and when I reordered it and they sent me it out, it stunk awful, like it had been housed in someone who smokes 50 cigarettes a day. It smelled awful. I had to use the old KFC lemon fresh wipes to give the booklet a wipe down, just to get rid of the cigarette smell, and the white wipes were yellow by the end of the time I'd finished. And it's just not good when you're ordering these things, and you know, you're supposed to get what you pay for, and you either get something not right, there's an issue, or it's just in poor condition. There's no excuses for it. CEX have been around long enough now at this point to know what's right and what's wrong for customers. I mean, they've basically killed the independent market over the years, but at least independents are still doing something to stay around, whereas CEX, they just know they've cornered the market, and they're basically preying on us gamers and collectors now to use their service. I mean, for example, I got a load of DVD box sets, not that one, from a charity shop recently, and nobody bothers with DVDs no more, really, but CEX still gives some value on them. So let me, for an example, there's the top, that's an absolute whopping list, and I got 200 and something pound there, 223, if it focuses you may see it, £223 on a voucher for purchases. And I've got a bunch of these of DVD box sets and Nintendo Wii's from charity shops that I find. Look, this is, to me, this is why CEX have got a purpose, because who in 2025 is buying Nintendo Wii's and DVD box sets en masse? Nobody, just CEX. So I feel, yes, they've got a purpose. All I ever ask from them is just do better, be better. Independents need our business to stay afloat, and if everybody just sticks to using CEX, independents are gonna more likely just gonna be, you know what, I'll cut my losses, I'll knock it on head and be gone, and then eventually we'll end up with nothing but CEX, and then us collectors are gonna be royally screwed when there's no one else around other than CEX. And if you don't use CEX, use eBay or Vinted. Vinted has its ups and downs. eBay lately has not got much better either. But I love the independents. So please, just CEX need to do better, and the independents need to also be better too. I mean, some are crazy prices for things. When I can, like, one example, I spoke to a friend recently, and he told me about a game that I needed in this independent on his neck of the woods, and this game was £30 in this independence, and it was a tenner on eBay. So it was like they wanted £30 for this game. I could find it for a tenner on eBay and maybe 15 quid on Vinted. And I know eBay tends to be a bit more of a gauge for prices than Vinted does, but the market for retro games right now is ridiculous. The prices are silly, and I feel we've got no one to blame but CEX, because they've done this. Every independent either tries to copy their prices or one up them with £1 more, £1 less. I probably sound like a whinging idiot to some people, and I get it. I can rant on about my hatred for CEX for hours. But I've slowly come around to them and understood that they have a place in the market, and they have a purpose. But it feels like they're doing the bare minimum to provide the services to the likes of us. They'll take any old guff and then sell that guff on for maximum profit. I don't feel we're getting a genuine service from them. But anyway, I feel I've ranted on for nearly 10 minutes now about CEX, and you're probably getting fed up of hearing it and my voice. So I'm going to get onto my CEX lotteries now. I'm going to save the one that I feel is probably going to be mashed till last. So let's just get into it. I had a recent commenter say, I have written his name down here, Tasmo2237. He asked me to peel these boxes slower. If this is a thing that you folks like, then I get it. But here we go. Was that slow enough? I don't know. It's not my thing, I just opened them. Right, anyway, let's get the... Here we go. Look at the absolute sandwich we've packed this game in, which is good, better than the envelope game. Let's get to it. First game is a subset completer, which is ideal. Oh, the disc is looking a bit... I don't know if I can get that in the light in here, but there is no, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that for you because of the black bottom. But there is a few scratches, but they don't look anything major. I'll test that out anyway. Manual, have we got rusty staples? No. Happy days. Pandemonium 2. I now have 1 and 2. And I have never played Pandemonium 2, so I am keen. I will probably play this tonight now. It looks quite funky on the back, to be fair, so... I'm not going to focus. But we'll give that a go today, I think. I might play this tonight. But the case is in good condition. Other than the discs like scratching, I'm happy to have that now because that's both Pandemoniums. So I cannot complain with that. Again, we'll do another slow peel. Oh, a bit too fast that one, I'm sorry. Again, invoice out of the way. Again, an absolute sandwich of this wrap stuff. It's like Christmas, I guess. Now, this game I saw recently on a Hidden Gems video. I think it was Cultured Vultures. They do a lot of PS1 and PS2 games on their channel. Love that channel, so if you've never heard of it, I recommend checking it out. That's Cultured Vultures. So the manual to this game looks okay. It's got some slightly rusty staples. The disc is awful. There's a... Let me see if I can find it. There's a scratch. I don't think I'm going to get it to be visible, but there's a scratch somewhere around there. There we go. And it looks horrendous, and I can catch a nail in it. And there's another one there that's really bad too. Let me see if I can get it in the light of my window. There we go. Again, quality control. I mean, I know they don't test their games. I guess it'd take them way too long to do so, but have a station behind the tills of a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2, 3, Xbox, whatever. It's not hard to change a couple of cables out to test these things. And it comes with a demo for point blank. And strangely, the demo is mint. There's not a mark on it. But anyway, enough chuntering about that. That is Treasures of the Deep. I have never played it, but I watched a video on Cultured Vultures, and it looks kind of fun. And obviously it's one I don't have in the title up until now, in my collection, sorry, up until now. So I will play all of these games tonight. I'm not confident in it will work because of the scratches, but I'll test it. It may have to go back to CEX. I don't know right now, but we'll get to it. Right, this is the last box I've got here. I don't know how best to do this. I mean, I feel a little weird if I'm honest, but there we go. Complete peel. Again, let's get rid of the invoice. We've got this stuff wrapped. I had a feeling. Please be the most expensive game in here. It is. So my most expensive game out of the ones. This is not good so far. I've just got it out the case, and well, I've just opened the case. Is awful. I guess I can replace the case, but the manual, it's got water damage with looks of things, creasing. It stinks awful of cigarettes again. Oh, it does so bad. It's got writing in there. Oh, there's no excuse for taking things in this condition. Disc is very good, actually. There's not a mark on that. So let's get to it. The game is Fantastic Four. But look at the state of the case. It's got graffiti on it. Simo. Sniper with a SNYPA. Yeah, all right then. But the case is awful. It's covered in, I don't know if you'll be able to make it in the reflection, but it's covered in Groot all along the top. You can see it there. It's minging, sticker residue, Sniper written again. But it seems okay. I'll change the case out and throw that one away. Sniper. As you do. But anyway, that was the most expensive one, so I'm kind of happy that's the one that's not smashed to bits in here. I don't remember. This one was, I remember playing this years ago, and I saw this on another video. I forget the name of the fella, and I'm so sorry. Please comment down below. I think it was Roger Retro Hulkster, Retro Roger Hulkster or something. I apologise if I've got your name wrong. I am so sorry. But I saw this on his recent PS1 collection tour that he did. And I remember playing this years ago, and it made me want to get it. Bit of FOMO, so I'm just not hopeful in the state of the case, because I can hear plastic rattling around in here. So let's just get to it. Let's get that. Expose that peel strip for you lot again. So there's the peel strip. Here we go. Felt good actually. I think I'm kind of getting down for this. Right, we just move. Right, so smashed corner there. You see, that's come from CEX in this envelope. I've took the invoice out, but not a single bit of padding in there. So that was just a cardboard envelope with a PlayStation 1 case. Big old crack across the back. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out. I can't get to it. It's there. Big crack across there. The game is RC to go. I haven't played this for a long time. Oh, it's so much fun if I remember rightly. I mean, I know a lot of games and nostalgia hits more so, but we'll give it a go. What? Right. Other than the case, battered, and look, the hinge is even. There's no hinge clasp there. It's just gone. The disc is okay. The front inlay won't stay in because obviously the case is mangled. And the manual, do we have rusty staples? No, we don't. A little bit of nicotine smell yet again. So yeah, we've got a dodgy hinge, as you can see there, and then the smash in the bottom there. The rattling might have been the manual, to be fair. I mean, the game was in there all right. But a radio control car simulator. I haven't played this for probably 20 odd years, so I think I'm going to play all of these today to give them a test and see where they're at. So that is today's haul and my little whinge at CEX. I just hope they improve, because I know they don't make it easy for customers to get in touch with them in regards to problems. You can't phone them, and when you have to make an issue, you go to your local store from something like an order online. They have to spend ages getting in touch with the stores that sent it. It's not a very streamlined service, and I think in 2025 companies should be a lot better at this by now, especially when it comes to retro games and games that are pushing 30 years of age. It's really not difficult to do it. I mean, hell, I don't know the slightest thing about business, but I know enough about games and quality control that I could probably start my own business and do it a bit better. But that's a rant for another day. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I think you've probably heard enough of me whinge about stinky CEX for 20 minutes plus. So again, thank you all for watching me and for listening to this old bloke talk about PlayStation 1 games. I love them. I can't say anymore. But again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.